John Adams, a name synonymous with American independence, started his life as a farmer's son in Braintree, Massachusetts. The rolling hills and fertile lands of Braintree were the backdrop to his early years, where he learned the values of hard work, perseverance, and community. These formative experiences on the farm would shape his character and instill in him a deep sense of responsibility and duty to his fellow man. Born in 1735, young John received a simple upbringing, yet his thirst for knowledge was evident from a young age. His parents, recognizing his keen intellect, encouraged his education. John would often be found with his nose buried in a book, absorbing the wisdom of the ages. His early education was rigorous, focusing on the classics, philosophy, and the principles of law and governance. This foundation would serve him well in the years to come. He excelled in his studies, eventually graduating from Harvard College and embarking on a career in law. At Harvard, John was exposed to a world of ideas and debates that broadened his horizons and deepened his understanding of the complexities of human society. His legal training honed his analytical skills and his ability to construct compelling arguments, qualities that would become his trademarks. This profession would prove to be his stepping stone into the tumultuous world of colonial politics. As a lawyer, John Adams was not just a passive observer of the legal system. He was an active participant in the fight for justice. He took on cases that challenged the status quo and defended the rights of the oppressed. His reputation as a principled and fearless advocate grew, and so did his influence. Adams quickly gained recognition for his sharp intellect and eloquence, becoming a vocal advocate for colonial rights. His speeches were powerful and persuasive, capturing the attention of both his peers and the public. He spoke with a conviction that was hard to ignore, and his words carried weight. In town meetings and public forums, he argued passionately for the rights of the colonists and against the injustices imposed by British rule. His pen became his weapon, crafting powerful arguments against British policies he deemed unjust. Through essays, letters, and pamphlets, Adams articulated the grievances of the colonists and laid out a vision for a future free from tyranny. His writings were not just expressions of dissent. They were calls to action, rallying cries for a people on the brink of revolution. Little did he know, his words would soon resonate far beyond the bustling streets of Boston, igniting a firestorm that would reshape a nation. The ideas he put forth in his writings spread like wildfire, reaching every corner of the colonies. They inspired others to take up the cause and to believe that a new, independent nation was possible. The press played a crucial role in disseminating these revolutionary ideas, and Adams's contributions were at the forefront of this movement. Adams's early writings, filled with passion and conviction, captured the growing discontent among colonists. He wrote about the fundamental rights of individuals, the importance of self-governance, and the dangers of unchecked power. His words resonated with a populace that was increasingly frustrated with British rule and eager for change. These writings helped to galvanize the resistance and to unify the colonists in their struggle for independence. He argued for self-governance, for representation, for the fundamental rights of Englishmen that seemed increasingly distant under British rule. Adams believed that the colonies had the right to govern themselves and to make their own laws. He argued that the British government had overstepped its bounds and that the colonists were justified in seeking to reclaim their rights. His arguments were grounded in legal principles and in a deep sense of justice. His words resonated with the common man and the intellectual elite alike, establishing him as a leading figure in the burgeoning resistance movement. Adams had a unique ability to connect with people from all walks of life. Whether he was speaking to farmers, merchants, or fellow intellectuals, his message was clear and compelling. He became a unifying figure, someone who could articulate the hopes and aspirations of a diverse and growing movement. As tensions escalated between Great Britain and its American colonies, Adams found himself thrust into the center of the storm. The conflict between the colonies and the British government was reaching a boiling point, and Adams was at the heart of the struggle. He was involved in key events and decisions that would shape the course of the revolution. His leadership and vision were crucial in navigating the turbulent waters of this period. He joined forces with other prominent figures like John Hancock, Samuel Adams, and Thomas Jefferson, forming a formidable alliance that would challenge the very foundation of British authority. Together, these leaders brought their unique talents and perspectives to the cause. They worked tirelessly to build a coalition and to develop a strategy for achieving independence. Their collaboration was marked by intense debates, but also by a shared commitment to the principles of liberty and justice. The stage was set for a revolution, and John Adams, the lawyer from Braintree, was ready to play his part. The journey from Braintree to Boston was not just a physical one, it was a journey of transformation. Adams evolved from a farmer's son to a revolutionary leader, from a local advocate to a national figure. His dedication to the cause of independence and his unwavering belief in the principles of freedom and self-governance would leave an indelible mark on the history of the United States. As the colonies moved closer to open conflict with Britain, Adams's role became even more critical. He was involved in drafting key documents, negotiating alliances, and planning military strategies. His contributions were instrumental in shaping the course of the revolution and in laying the groundwork for the new nation that would emerge from the struggle. The story of John Adams is a testament to the power of ideas and the impact that one determined individual can have on the course of history. From the fields of Braintree to the halls of power in Boston and beyond, Adams's journey is a reminder of the enduring values that continue to define the American spirit. The year 1774 marked a turning point in Adams' life, a year that would forever alter his destiny and the fate of the American colonies. It was a time of great turmoil and uncertainty, as the colonies found themselves increasingly at odds with British rule. The American colonies, spread along the eastern seaboard, were a patchwork of communities, each with its own unique identity and challenges. Yet they were united by a growing sense of injustice and a desire for self-determination. The British Parliament, in response to the Boston Tea Party, passed a series of acts designed to punish Massachusetts and reassert control over the colonies. These measures, known as the Coercive Acts in Britain, were dubbed the Intolerable Acts by the colonists. These intolerable acts, as they were called, only served to further inflame the colonists' anger. The acts included the closing of Boston Harbor, the revocation of Massachusetts' charter, and the quartering of British troops in colonial homes. The colonists saw these actions as a direct assault on their rights and freedoms. Adams, outraged by these actions, joined the First Continental Congress as a delegate from Massachusetts. This Congress, convened in Philadelphia, brought together representatives from 12 of the 13 colonies to discuss a unified response to British aggression. This gathering of colonial representatives meeting in Philadelphia became a crucible for Adams's revolutionary spirit. It was here that he found his voice, emerging as a passionate advocate for colonial unity and resistance. He argued passionately for colonial unity and the need to resist British tyranny. Adams believed that only through collective action could the colonies hope to achieve their goal of self-governance. "We are a spectacle to all mankind," Adams declared to his fellow delegates. His words were a clarion call, urging them to recognize the gravity of their situation and the historic opportunity before them. His words, filled with both urgency and determination, urged them to recognize the gravity of their situation. Adams understood that the decisions made in that room would have lasting consequences, not just for the colonies, but for the future of liberty itself. He understood that the decisions made in that room would have lasting consequences. The debates were intense, with delegates weighing the risks and benefits of defying the most powerful empire in the world. Adams's eloquence and unwavering commitment to the cause of liberty earned him the respect and admiration of his peers. His ability to articulate the colonists' grievances and aspirations made him a key figure in the Congress. He emerged as a leading voice in the Continental Congress, shaping the course of the debate and pushing for a decisive break from Great Britain. Adams's leadership and vision were instrumental in guiding the Congress towards a path of resistance and eventual independence. Beyond the Congress, Adams was also a prolific writer, penning numerous letters and essays that articulated the philosophical underpinnings of the colonial cause. His writings helped to galvanize public opinion and build support for the revolutionary movement. Through newspapers and pamphlets, Adams's ideas spread throughout the colonies, inspiring others to join the fight for independence. His words resonated with a populace hungry for change and willing to take up arms in defense of their rights. Despite the growing tensions and the looming threat of war, Adams remained steadfast in his commitment to the cause. He was driven by a deep sense of duty to his fellow colonists and a belief in the principles of liberty and justice. Adams's journey was not without its challenges. He faced opposition from those who feared the consequences of rebellion and doubted the colony's ability to succeed. Yet he persevered, convinced that the fight for independence was a just and necessary cause. Throughout this tumultuous period, Adams found strength and support in his wife Abigail. Her letters and counsel provided him with the encouragement he needed to continue his work. Together, they navigated the uncertainties of the Revolutionary era, their partnership a testament to their shared commitment to the cause. Adams's efforts culminated in the drafting and signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. This historic document, which he helped to shape, declared the colony's intention to break free from British rule and establish a new nation founded on the principles of liberty and equality. The path to independence was fraught with challenges, but Adams's unwavering resolve and leadership played a crucial role in guiding the colonies through the struggle. His vision and determination helped to lay the foundation for the United States of America. In the years that followed, Adams continued to serve his country, eventually becoming its second president. His legacy as a founding father and a champion of liberty endures to this day, a testament to his enduring impact on the course of American history. Adams's journey from a passionate delegate in the Continental Congress to a revered statesman is a story of courage, conviction, and unwavering dedication to the cause of freedom. His voice, once a clarion call for unity and resistance, continues to inspire generations of Americans to cherish and defend their hard-won liberties.